Alright, what is up YouTube? MCool40 here. So, I got sent 2 deck lists coming out of the Perth Regional in Australia. And the first list we're going to be looking at here went 6-1. And the duelist had sent these in. I said, yes, I got you. I will go ahead and we will cover your friends list. And I think that this is a good opportunity to see more of your roguish decks kind of really seeing play. To be fair, the Perth Regional is only 90 people, Ben was telling me here. But, alas, it's absolutely fine. So, this is Blind Going Second Dinosaur. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is we haven't seen Dinosaurs do good on a YCS level yet. And one thing that I saw Harley doing here, well, for one, it's a smaller regional, that's fine, but in the grand scheme of things, a completely built going second dinosaur deck, giving your opponent a token to stop Sky Striker, giving the full break-a-board concept with Super Poly. And I also see that we're not playing the Pot of Extravagance. Now, I don't know if that's just a budgetary issue, or really what, but I think Super Poly was probably doing the most work for him. I mean, he finished 6-1 making Top Cut, which, I mean, that's pretty good. There was no 7-0 at this event, so that's definitely something to not scoff at. His only loss was to the winner that also went 6-1, so that's pretty interesting to note. So, what's going on here? So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom, Enjoy Spring, 2 copies of Baby Sarasaurus, triple copies of Pankratops. All this is pretty standard. We have triple Effect Veiler. Then we have triple copies of Ghost Spell. In a world where you're opting for second, the more relevant hand traps you find yourself having, I like that quite a lot. So Ghost Spell gives you more of that defensive grip. I mean, you're packing 9 of these defensive hand traps to make sure that your opponent doesn't get the chance to stun your deck. And that's what we were looking for here. It's quite nice. We have 1 Giant Rex, 1 Dracaleo, triple copies of Miscellaneous Sarasaurus, 1 Overtex, 1 copy of Pterodon. We have triple Oviraptor and triple copies of Ultimate Conductor. Alright, pretty alright. I like our ratios here. Our defensive hand traps are check. We got Pankratops, check. Break a board. It's all good. We also have protection into our turn Miscellaneous. Then we have 2 copies of the Double Evolution build, the best card in our arsenal. Then we have triple copies of Fossil Dig, and then triple copies of Lost World. I hate the fact this card exists. This card is the bane of my existence. We have 1 Monster Reborn, triple copies of Super Polymerization, and 1 copy of Terraforming. Alright. Down here in the extract, we have 1 Underclock Taker, 1 Almirage, 1 Lambda, 1 Pentastag. The Ultimate Conductor with a Pentastag backing it makes me want to cry sometimes. I think that this card is massively unfair, but it does allow for some cheese interactions in the game. We have 1 Linkuriboh, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Dugress the Timeless, 1 Logia, and 1 Dolka. Then we have 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Thunder Dragon Titan, 1 Starving Venom, 1 Dragostapelia, and 1 Diplexer. Alright. Then we have triple Lancia, triple copies of Nibiru, triple Mind Control, triple Twin Twister, and triple copies of Red Reboot. Wrapping up, well, some love for the Dino list. Now, that's not all we have out of this regional. We also have the 12th place Salad list. Now, he said that this is one of the weirdest salad lists that he's ever actually seen. And I'm getting flashbacks here to the Blessings build that he played earlier in the format with the Rock. Now, I remember the Blessing in his deck profile was like, I don't like the Rock. I'm cutting it. I feel like we've pulled heavily from the Blessings build at this point, and we've went back to testing the Rock. And at a 90-man event, I could see this working. For all intents and purposes, I don't see anything that sticks out to me weird, besides playing Fusion of Fire. I guess this is hit or miss, depending on your format. But once again, it's a 90-man event. You're looking to that rogue category, and you're like, bada bing, bada boom. We're going to try to win, and we're going to do it well. And that's something that you see here. Also, you know, if standard update jammer, transcode talker, OTK built into the deck. So, we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, of course. 2 copies of Effect Veiler. Triple copies of Flame Buffalero. And then we have 1 Lady Debug. Triple Nibiru, the primal being. 1 Falco and 1 Fowl. Triple Foxy. 1 Gazelle. 2 Jack Jaguar. 2 copies of Spinny. And 1 copy of Sea Archiver. Okay? We have triple Call by the Grave. Triple Signet Mining. 1 Fusion of Fire. 1 Desires. 1 Circle. 1 Salamangreat Sanctuary. Triple Will. 2 Imperm. 1 Rage. And 1 Roar. I'm curious to know why this duelist didn't like more copies of Pot of Desires in the deck. I do get 1 copy because it won't conflict. You don't want to like push the deck up to 41 because you're just going to run into consistency issues at that point. So I guess the logic of that is that. Also, only 2 Imperms with the double Veiler. Interesting split on that as well. I don't know, I almost feel you'd value the Imperms a little bit more in that regard. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 Update Jammer, 1 Transcode Talker, triple copies of Sunlight Wolf, 2 Pyro Phoenix, then 2 Heat Leo, 2 Balinix. Actually, very interesting to note here, only 2 Balinix. Huh. I haven't seen that yet. Interesting. Unless I blinked and I missed something where they just cut the 3rd Balinix, but I just kind of thought that was always there. We have 1 Hida, 1 Abyss Dweller, and the 1 copy of the Violet Chimera. So I think we have 2 Lancia, triple Pankratops, triple Gnome Material, 1 copy of Dragostapelia, 1 Starving Venom, triple Super Poly, and 2 copies of Twin Twister, wrapping up the 12th place list out of the Australian Regional. Very nice! Thank you for sending in this information, good sir. Yeah, I do quite appreciate this, Ben. It's very nice. Anytime you guys have information as well, feel free to submit it. Now, I didn't have any other decks in my arsenal to talk about, but there was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Day list I saw on YouTube that got 2nd place from Blaze Prime. I was like, alright, we're gonna pull this for the video, because ABC, people sleep on this deck. It's not like a bad sleep, it's people just don't want to innovate this deck. I don't know really what the cause of that is or whatnot, but they just feel that the deck isn't good. I get it if that's the case. But nonetheless, here's an interesting take on ABC, quite honestly. More towards your Link toolbox, because I see Mally's here and things like that. So, let's see what we got here. So we have triple copies of Assault Core, 1 Armageddon Knight to drop the Destrudo, to make a Don Dragster, or to go for a Saruja, or an Appaloosa for negates. We have triple B Buster Drake, 1 Zephyros the Elite, triple copies of Sea Crush Wyvern, 2 copies of Danger Chupacabra, 1 Nessie, 2 Jackalope, and 2 Tsuchinoko. I almost feel like I'm looking at a Dark Warrior toolbox that just lazily decided to put in ABC cards. We have 1 Dark Greffer, triple Malicious, and 2 Destrudo. My guy, the bricks you must have. I feel like if I played this deck, I would open up like double Mally, Destrudo, and Darkworm, and the Dragon Ravine. I'd just be like, thanks, deck. Love you too. We have 1 Birdman. Haven't quite seen this in a long time either. 1 Darkworm, 2 Call or Drag Down to the Grave, triple Dragon Ravine, 1 Foolish Barrow, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Rhoda, 1 Set Rotation, 1 Terraforming, triple Union Hanger, and 1 copy of World Legacy Succession. Extra deck down here, 1 Saruja, 1 Lambda, 1 Link Kribo, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 1 IP, 1 Decode Talker, 1 Borreload, and 1 Appaloosa, 1 copy of Abyss Dweller, 1 Don Dragster, and triple ABC Buster Cannon. Side deck area, triple Ansia, triple Cosmic Cyclone, triple Mind Control, triple Solemn Steerike, and triple copies of There Can Only Be One, wrapping up this chunk of deck profiles for everybody. So, as I said earlier in the video, if you guys have information, you guys play something roguish, guys play something a little bit more meta. I don't have a problem featuring more meta decks. It's just I need something rogue to balance it so I can stick it in and talk about it. I just don't want to make a video that's like Orcust, Sky Striker, because nobody cares. Alright, so that's all I got for this video, guys. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And, well, that's all I got, guys. Peace. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.